Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today is Friday. So it's happy hour. Make sure you grab a drink and make sure you're wearing red to remember everyone deployed. My buddy Clint Westwood's with us on the other side. Tonight is a full moon, and the house is taking a break to then come back at 10 p.m. So we might talk for a little bit until then, see what happens. Be right back with my buddy Clint Westwood. Grab a drink, give us a like, and share the video. So happy New Year, happy Friday, happy J6, and
happy joy.
I think we have some Finnish friends in the chat that can confirm this for me. My brother-in-law is from Finland, and my sister was telling me, so I saw this tweet. Maybe I can pull it up really quick. And it said that today is, on this day, I always follow those. And it said today was the, oh, wait, where is it? Hold on, let me make sure I'm sharing my screen with you guys so you guys can see what's going on. Today is the anniversary of, so today, January 6th in 1945, Finland lifts a ban on dancing, which was made illegal near the beginning of the Winter War again, and again during the continuation war with the Soviet Union. So then my sister said, so since my brother-in-law is from Finland.
I'm not seeing it yet on YouTube. On YouTube. Is everybody else seeing it on YouTube?
Man.
Hang on.
Well, you have to, because.
Is everybody seeing this on YouTube? Thumbs up if so, thumbs down if not.
Surely they are.
Is it just me? Probably.
It's just you, not
Probably
me.
Struck me out. Can't even watch videos now.
We drank a few of those in Oklahoma, Jim.
Okay, everybody sees it. Okay. Yeah, I just got a black screen. No, wait.
Just you.
Now I'm back. I don't know what's going on. Maybe
5x5, Joshy Lake says.
Okay, cool. As long as everybody else can see, I don't need to see.
Anyway, so to our friends in Finland that might be in the chat, thanks for joining us. And can you confirm, is today Finland's Independence Day? Because my sister said she thinks, I said, oh, this was a cool little fact today in history. They lift the ban on dancing. And she goes, yeah, I think it's their Independence Day. My brother-in-law passed, so we can't ask him. But anyway, I just thought it was a cool thing. I always want to celebrate independence. So I think we had a couple people in here earlier. Maybe they're still in here. Maybe I took too long to start the show. They're like, we're out of here.
Yeah, they said, that's it. I'm not waiting. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this Kevin McCarthy stuff.
They're not a patient. Yeah, they're not as patient as Kevin McCarthy.
Nope.
Oh, God. Is that just a walk of shame or what?
Oh, it's horrible.
So he's already moved into Pelosi's office.
Yeah.
I shouldn't call it her office, but the speaker's office. Can you imagine the walk of shame when he has to pack up his little belongings?
I hope so. I hope they hold out just to see that moment. 13 days later, awesome. Kevin McCarthy.
Mia says 6/12, 1917. They got their independence.
Okay.
So I wonder if she means June, or how sometimes they write it like.
Oh, it could be December 6/12, so it could be December 6th, or it could be June 12th. I'm going to say December 6th. I could be wrong.
I'm sure Mia or Maya. Oh, she says 6th of December.
Oh.
Points for Westwood.
Yeah. Probably has something
Mia,
to do with the Russian
if you're
Revolution.
Maya, I apologize, but my daughter was named Mia, so I'm going to call you Mia. And thanks for joining us and helping us out.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for being here.
Awesome to have you.
So what is this happy hour thing?
What is this happy hour?
What is this happy hour thing? Well, first of all, we have to ask what Lisa's drinking. What you drinking, Lisa?
Whew. So there's a full moon tonight, you guys. And the full moons just really affect me. Like, I don't know if they affect you guys like this, but like I can't sleep a day or two before. Like I have all this energy and anyway, I was up very late and then I'm talking to my friends from, all over the world. Anyway, all this. Hey, Papa Joe, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, Papa Joe in the house.
Yeah, good friends. So I'm having to get Kickstart happy hour. I had to mix my Alani with my Tito's. So I'm having
kick it up, baby.
It has vitamins and it has like B6 and it's no sugar, no fat. It's got a little sodium in it, and it has like B6, niacin, calcium, vitamin B12, biotin. Anyway. So.
Gets the juices flowing. The full moon, all the liquids are moving.
Yes.
Waves and such. Get you going.
Oh, yeah. Mia is Mia. So that's perfect. So sweet. That makes me so happy.
Yes, Mia.
Mia, Mama Mia.
No coincidences. No. Mama Mia. Let's get banned for singing.
No. Don't give. Yeah, between you and I, we've had enough.
Yeah, no more.
I really appreciate everybody showing up here today. We had a lot of trouble this week. I never lose Wi-Fi for years. I've never had Wi-Fi problems. All of a sudden, I'm having all these Wi-Fi problems at my house. And now, so Wednesday, I guess it was like I was on the Coffee with Den with Dave Distant over at Den Social Wednesday morning, and just bloop, whole Wi-Fi goes out in my house. All this, it was like super frustrating. So then it said something like there was some outage and you might have Wi-Fi by 1 o'clock or something. I'm like, I have things to do.
I got this job here. I got, this show that I have to do. I do this every day. You guys know this.
I'm like, yeah. And we're also connected, with the internet, our magical internet friends. I mean, everything, our whole world is so digital now. Yeah. So then, then I got Wi-Fi back. And I went to Dr. Reg had sent me his video. We were getting ready to go live. And I literally am typing the title in. And I'm scared to even say the word. I write the thing that sometimes it's a place you could visit to get prescriptions.
Oh, Pharmacia?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
And
yeah, I got you. Where doctors
and I get locked out of my account.
Oh.
My the thing that we're all talking on. And it was bizarre. And then I kept trying to log back in. It would let me log in one of my other emails, but not to this. Anyway, it was very weird. Finally, I went in kind of like a back door. So I went on that email. I found an old community strike thing where we got in trouble for something. It wasn't a strike, but it was like a warning.
A singing warning?
Something like that. And there's a little question mark thing where it says help or extra, something like this. Mm-hmm. And so I clicked on that. And from there, I was able to backdoor in and get to a format where you can send them a message and take a screenshot. And I was like, hey, I'm locked out. I don't know what happened. I'm happy to remove any of this, that infringed or what. I submit,
Right.
And
kiss the ring.
Yes. Basically I kissed butt and I was like, let me back in, Anyway, I don't know. Where would everybody go if you...
That's a dilemma I've been having.
What platform? The chat function is
I know they've got it all
such a strong part of our community.
I know. It makes it difficult. I know you can do it on other platforms. This is our little cheers.
This is where everybody goes. Everybody knows your name. We all know each other's name. Literally, I would never write Tom's name with a capital letter.
Well, I do just because I got it set to start every sentence with a capital. So
no,
it's that English background of mine. I can't help it. No. Sorry, Tom.
All of our friends, Gloria is all capitals.
I know.
You know, Fever Flav is one word. All those things, you know.
Fever Flav. That's such a great name. Great handle.
Yeah.
Fever Flav.
Yeah. And we all like vibe with each other. Like we've all been together, or you get to know somebody's personality through the chats, and
yes, you do.
Different things that they get excited about and want to talk about. You know, you see them get real active and share their information. It's just really wild. So
now, speaking of fever, hey, now see, they act up as soon as I'm live. They start acting up.
I know.
They know. Don't have my attention.
That sounded like the little one too.
That's the big one barking now. Hey.
Oh, okay. There will be none of that. You're not clapping for her either.
No, I know. It's not a reward. No, Fever Flav had a statement you might want to bring up, and maybe we could hash it out a little bit. Yeah, about today and the dates and times, and
interesting. Cool. Yeah. So this whole a lot of those people in Congress are old, older than me.
Oh yeah,
old as dirt. How in the hell are they staying up till 10 o'clock tonight and going to come back in and vote?
Well, they're going to go get some of that special drink.
Oh.
You know, and then come back. They got to get rejuvenated. Those vampires, they need their vampire juice. Hey.
Okay, so he says, is tonight when 6 p.m. is a dangerous time, 10 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Western? What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the full moon, I looked it up earlier this week, is today at it's 5:09 p.m. Central Time, so about an hour, less than an hour. It'll be the actual height of the full moon. We won't see it necessarily. Won't be dark enough.
So
but
they don't want to be there when it's
I don't
the height
know.
of the full
there might
moon?
be something to it. You know how they are.
I thought they wanted to be there. Or they maybe need to be somewhere else.
That could be. They get something going on.
They got an appointment.
They Comet Pizza reservation or something. You know.
Yes, they're all having pizza.
I hear it's a great restaurant. You know.
Yeah. Ooh, with the bonus room.
Yeah.
The game room.
Crazy stuff.
Yes, crazy.
Think what you will of it, but if you go back and look at the actual Instagram post that they put out at one point, it's just creepy. You know,
it's beyond creepy.
It's just really, but that's DC.
There have been some creepy things creeping up lately all over. I mean, just everywhere. You know, Disney's supporting Balenciaga's relaunch.
Why would you do that? Why would you, unless you just don't care and you want to be out in the open and say, hey, this is what we're all about.
You want to be outed. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. You know, it's like a serial killer.
To know
it's like this dude in Idaho, whatever it is. It's almost, not that he's guilty, but I mean, let's just take a serial killer from the past. They want people to know what they've done because they think they're so good and smart. They got away with it. So at some point, they want to get caught so they can confess it and brag about all the stuff they did. Hey, come on. Seriously? Come on.
Negotiating.
I know. There's no, it's pretty much, there's no negotiation here. There really isn't. It's just, hopefully they'll get distracted with something else instead of each other.
Oh, Fever Flav said that 17 said 6 p.m. I don't remember that.
Really?
Post. Do you remember that post?
I might have missed that then. I had it, obviously did. No. It's a funny thing. I mean, you know, at what point, this just shows you the whole thing going on in Congress, or I should say in the House of Representatives right now, kind of shows you an insight of how Washington works. I mean, you've got a guy that can't get the votes. So he's like, okay, well, how do I need to buy you to get you on my side? How can I get you to flip your position and give you something so that you'll vote for me? And I mean, it's just like, you got to be kidding me. But that's the way it works. I mean, there's far more qualified people in this. McCarthy, he got money from FTX as leadership, in the leadership fund to help decide the races, the primaries for the Republicans. So, you know, you might not have gotten an America First Republican because, you know, he had money to put toward the other candidate. And that's one of their big complaints is that, you know, he's picking people that are, you know, establishment hack types that can be controlled and manipulated. And I mean, so there's a lot of power in that position. You know, you're second in line for president because, you know, the president's there. So the first in line is vice president and then Speaker of the House. So it's a very powerful position. A lot of money can get divvied up, a lot of chair people positions. I mean, the elections, you got a lot of sway in. So I get
the
it.
House holds the purse strings.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the ones that all revenue generates out of there, all bills of revenue. So hey, if they want to say, if Matt Gaetz wants to stand up there and say, never, Kevin, I will never vote for you. Good for him. You know,
Well, and really, they shouldn't be saying what they want. They should be saying, if they're true representatives of the people that elected them, they need to be
They're talking for
saying
their
what
people.
their people
Right.
told them to say, not what
Absolutely.
they want to say.
Exactly.
Like, that's where a DAO could fix this.
Yeah. I mean,
We
it
really
really
don't need representatives anymore.
no, you're right, because it is kind of an antiquated structure. I mean, if you can, and this gets into, can go the
We
bad
can
side.
represent ourselves.
Right. If you're identified and we know, that you are the one voting, I mean, you can vote for stuff. I mean, boom, we have the technology to do that and verify it and authorize it. But until we can get the process fixed, which is broken, maybe that vote might not work out so well right now. Don't know.
So
but, yeah, it can be fixed.
I had a couple of my favorite people. Well, you're one of my favorite people too. I have so many favorite people.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you just gave me a fit of commotio cardis. Ugh. Oh, Litecoin Lisa. Thank you.
A commotio cardis?
Yeah, it's just when you get struck in the heart really quick and you're just like just overwhelmed with just emotion, I guess.
Well, I'll send a van over for you.
Is it cardis?
A moving van. I'll send a moving van with some lights.
Yes, thank you. That'll be the next thing. Some stripes on the side, red wave on the side.
Stripes on the side. Moving van will pick you up in a little bit. But
see how easy it is to get it?
I just got it. Distracted me.
Just like that.
What I was saying. What was I saying?
Best friends, some of the best favorite people in the world.
Some of my awesome people, friends of mine, text me today, or was that yesterday? Was it yesterday that Bix posted that video?
Sorry. Not a doctor. I play one on happy hour.
Maybe Bix did yesterday. Was it yesterday or today? Bix did a video either yesterday or today. It was yesterday. It was yesterday on his private road.
I didn't watch it yet. Is it out there? Because I saw he said he was going to put it out there.
It's on his private road.
It's out there now?
Okay. He's like, go watch. You're going to love it.
All right.
So if you guys aren't on Bix's private road, he has great information. It's definitely worth it. But basically he's saying okay, so this could really happen. What we've been talking about forever, that you don't have to be a member of the House to be a speaker of the House. And so he was playing the where Matt Gaetz gets up and says, Donald John Trump of Florida, and nominates him. And I had been introduced to that idea several years ago, and I shared it with you guys and have several times. I don't know how I feel about it, because I'm like, I could see it being necessary for a portion of time to get some things right in our country, and then us create something all new, whatever that looks like. I don't know. I think it could be really interesting.
I can see both sides of it. I absolutely can see both sides of it. Yeah, we need to fix it and make things right at a personal level as much as we can. But that thing is so broken that's why I voted for Trump in 2016, because I wouldn't even go in there and break the China shop. That's what I had hoped he would do. And there's a lot of talk, oh my God, you cannot have this guy go in there. He's going to just completely destroy the establishment. Well, then they throw everything they can at him. And I mean, even if he wanted to, made it very difficult to even function on a daily basis. And so that's how entrenched it is. So you almost need some sort of dramatic upheaval. And even like Sean was talking about, you need like a dramatic leader possibly for a time to come in and, really upset things. And then the people can rise up. I just
voted for him because the other choice was Satan.
Well, and that's just it. Definitely a lesser of two evils. Definitely. Really not a question.
That was your other option.
Yeah.
Narcissistic asshole or Satan. Your choice. That's when I didn't know anything about him,
Right. Well, a lot of
people
didn't.
I was really torn, but I've been educated since then. So
right on.
I get it now.
I just find that it's interesting that yesterday he puts out that statement that, I would use the military, I would close the border, almost acting as president.
Yeah, making a lot of strong statements.
Right. On the day when they're in the House wrangling. and he's been kind of quiet. He hasn't said a whole lot, and since he announced his campaign,
Other than New Year's Eve, he
did
out. Well, very brief, minute and 12 seconds or so.
But that was an official video statement, to where it was, it's kind of interesting, the timing. But with him, the timing always means something.
It does. And Melania's dress always means something. And she had that beautiful silver dress on.
I like silver.
All that silver sequin dress on.
I like a lot of silver. Looking good right now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it's going to be a strong contender for this next year. But oh man, so much good stuff to look forward to.
You do realize, I think I talked about it in a video earlier this week, we have 100,000 troops in Europe right now, U.S. troops, the most since 2005. We've got 4,000 Army 101st Airborne soldiers in Romania. Romania keeps coming up for me. But that's the first time that the 101st Airborne Division has been there since World War II. So that's kind of an interesting thing. And they're running drills with NATO forces as far as simulating Russian attacks or war with the Russians. So that's not a good thing. I don't like that, because you see what they're trying to do is foment war. And you've got Ukraine with more armaments now shooting more stuff into Russia and onto the front and trying to expand the war. And that's how it happens. I mean, this is how these things escalate, and something happens. And then the next thing roll these troops in, and it gets out of hand. And that's why you don't want to get involved in these foreign entanglements, like our founding fathers. Hey, let's trade with everybody, but let's not be getting involved in foreign entanglements. And here we go.
Interesting.
Here we go again.
Why would we be over there, and why so many? So,
right.
Florida, DeSantis just today did engage the National Guard in Florida to address the border issues. And
that's a big border.
You notice that they started calling them migrants now?
Migrants. Okay,
they're not illegal immigrants anymore. They're just migrants.
They're light-bringing migrants.
I'm like, there are such thing as migrants.
Yeah,
but they don't swim across the river to get here,
right?
And drag their children through deserts. And
since when do you have Biden coming out and saying we need to work together on border security? And now he's saying this when it's like, just finish the wall. I mean, that right there is going to stop the flux, the influx from the south. I mean, just finish the wall. That's all you got to do, and that'll stop that.
They started putting together a container wall in Arizona.
Make them take it down.
And then they made them take it down. And I'm like, who's making you do that? And
I wouldn't do it.
Just say,
send the military in. You send the military in and try and take it down. And if you're a part of the military and you're enforcing that, then you got to take a hard look at yourself. I mean, that's where it needs to get to, though. You don't follow those unjust orders. It's like, no, I'm defending private property here as a state. I'm defending my people and their property. And we can't do this. And so, fine, shut it off. I mean, just put it on your side of the wall on the border. It's yours. What do you stop? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. There's so many things wrong.
Destruction by design. That's what's wrong. And they don't like it. And now you're going to get another freaking, sellout establishment leader in the Republican Party is what he's hoping, that is just going to go along with, all the other corrupt leaders that have been there. Yeah. It's just not good. It's not a good thing. So the states, if I'm the governor of the state of Arizona, well, who's that right now? We don't know, really. The one that was sworn in was laughing at the Constitution.
Oh gosh,
when she was sworn in. So it's just like it's a big joke. But I think it is to some of these people. It's a big joke. It's like, now I get all the goodies and the purse strings, and I can do stuff. And it's like, it's not a joke. It's serious. I mean, you're swearing an oath. It's
but to them, the Constitution is a joke.
Oh.
Charlie sent me a thing. I wonder if I can pull it up on here. Hold on. I don't know if I can pull it up on here. Maybe.
Yeah, Jay Delaney. I mean, Lisa's been talking about that Brunson suit for a long time, and I think it's in front of the Supreme Court now, whether or not they're going to hear it, right?
Yeah, that's another one of my favorite people. Jim Willie was texting with me today and said that he believes that there are very quietly today that there are arrests going on of 3-letter agency people that have been threatening SCOTUS actually over that
Well, it
case.
should be. I mean, you can't do that. They have to be fair and impartial. I mean, you can't be going and threatening, justices. I mean,
Yeah.
give me a break.
Oh, this was
That's an important case, though. I mean, that is one where the Supreme Court can make a decision and say, hey, you guys didn't do your job by investigating, potential issues with the last selection. And the last two. And they can be thrown out, powerless. And then the vision of Dick Allgaier comes true. Crypto viewing, where Congress is like, what happened? How do we lose our power?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and that's what Bix was
if it
saying,
happened.
was that at that point, it leaves very few people in Congress.
Right.
Because they didn't do their job.
Yeah, say you got 120 people in the House of Representatives at that point. I don't know what the numbers are, but say that's it. And then Senate, maybe you got 30 people. Not even that. Who voted for it? All them.
Then the other thing is, what if they don't ask for Trump to be speaker? What if they bring okay, Carrie Lake she's powerful and she got totally screwed over in, or, they will yet to find out what happened in Arizona.
Remember Kamala was vice president, or I'm sorry, she was in the Senate and voted for it. So she's gone.
Yeah.
If that happens, because she was part of that.
And Pence certified it or whatever.
So, I mean, those senators who certified that and voted for it, and she was one of them, would be kaput. So the Speaker of the House then becomes very important.
It has to do with them not doing their job of looking into
Right. They were told there was corruption and
whether it was
bad stuff going on, and they just ignored it when it was their duty
probably
to look into it.
Delete this video when we get done with it.
I know, probably. Well, I mean, that's just the truth of it, though.
I know.
And that's what the case is about.
The truth in America anymore.
America with a K.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, that does break my heart.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I know we're going through this necessary, thing to go through.
But we got to talk about it. We can't just sit back and not.
Yeah.
I mean, we're dancing right now. Obviously, we're saying you try to dance around the whole issue, and it's silly that we have to do that. I mean, but that's the situation. That's how bad it's gotten, to where you've got these platforms taking people off and not allowing you to speak about things that you would discuss in any bar at any happy hour. What's wrong with it? So
yeah.
That's where we're at.
I would not be surprised if Jay Delaney is not right on the nose. I think that would be very interesting.
Yeah, that would be.
I thought I had heard that the decision on the Brunson thing would actually be Monday, though. I know we mailed our letters.
It could be any time at this point.
It
right?
could be.
It could be right now.
Starting on Friday.
Could be at 5:09 p.m. at full moon. Could be any time.
Yeah, that's true. 5:09 our time?
Central, yes. So we'll probably still be live at the moment of the heightened. Yeah, 6:09 Eastern time.
Okay.
6:09.
We'll stay live just in case.
6:09. All right.
Oh, yes. Here's my friend Barrett House Production, another wonderful human. All these wonderful humans that I got to meet.
Hello, humans. Hello, humans.
Hello, humans. We love you. They are meeting tonight at 10 p.m. to give time for 2 more reps to make it back to DC that we're missing.
Yeah, there was a couple of them that had
I
family.
didn't get that extra
that
bit of information. Thank you for that.
And they're probably going to be, I think, voting for McCarthy. I think. So that might be where he's so confident. Well, we've got the numbers.
Well, he's so confident he moved into the office.
It's just, I mean, but that's
I just want to watch the walk of shame. I hope somebody videos it so I can see him have to move out of there.
Live stream it. Matt Gaetz, live stream it.
Yeah.
Blow up his Twitter.
Yeah.
Did you watch, I don't want to get too political, but I usually don't watch Sean. I usually don't watch Sean Hannity much anymore.
I don't.
But he was on Lauren Boebert was on there Wednesday night, I think it was. And I mean, just immediately he goes into attack mode. I mean, just reveals who he is, just an establishment hack.
He's really turned.
He's done
exposed.
that.
Maybe he's always been that way. But
he's always been that way. See, during the Trump era, he kind of played along, I think, more than anything. But he's a Bushy. I mean, basically what it comes down to, defend Bush, defend the wars, that kind of guy, neocon.
That's been an education for me as well. As I've gotten into some different projects, somebody, I probably shouldn't say who told me this. Maybe I should give them credit for it because it was really an education for me. Had me like go look back in history, and they were like, they pay both sides.
Absolutely, they do. They got the money to do it.
Don't think that somebody is. You got to stop thinking about this Republican, Democrat,
right,
blue, red thing because I was very upset. I got involved, with this one project, and I would, MAGA, Trump, whatever, Republican only, and then I would make a statement, and then I was doing some research to try to help the project, and I was like, oh my gosh, this person's taking pictures with this person.
I know.
And he's like, Lisa, look, they pay both sides of the fence. So no matter who wins, they win.
Yes. Everybody's working for the WWE and Vince McMahon.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to. When you understand how pro wrestling works, you understand how the politics in this country works, because it's the same thing. Same thing. That's just how it is.
Which then why even have them?
I mean, well, no, I get it. I mean, it's just that they've corrupted it over 2 centuries. I mean, and they've hijacked it through that way, and they've done it with money. And so the only way to fix it is to starve it. I mean, really, is take the money away and take your energy away. And that's why I say when if troops are ordered down to the border to do something that, like remove containers that are guarding, not that they did this, but if they were, that's the time where you got to say, no, I'm not following this unconstitutional order at that point. No, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. They're trying to defend the border, and I'm not going to do it. And at some point we have to say no, all of us, no matter what, if it costs us a pension, if it costs us, our livelihood. You just look at our founding fathers, rich men, most of them gave up everything. If you're a slave, they were going to hang if they lost the war. That would have been it. And so at some point in history, that's what it comes down to, because it's gotten so bad.
Right. If you're going to be a rich slave, what's the point?
Corrupt a redcoat, support the establishment, then what's exactly, what's the point?
Because what is that saying about if a man is to lose his soul or something like that?
What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
Yes, I knew you would know it.
That's it.
I'm the worst quoter, but
I am too, though. But I just know
you're
that one.
Really good at it.
I know that one because it was born in me. I just one of those things where I just can't. I knew it at the Cosmic school bus or bus stop or whatever it is.
That's right.
Where were we?
That was another one. I've used that lesson that you shared with me. I don't know how many times. That's been so helpful for me in life.
Yeah.
Thinking about like when you get frustrated in a situation or with another person, or whether it's a situation or another person, like it doesn't really matter. It's like we all signed up for this. We're here. And so you either have the tool to get yourself through it, or you either, what's that thing that my husband always says? You win or you learn.
Yeah.
So you're going to get through this one way or the other.
Yeah.
And you can win or you can learn your way through it. And we already signed up for it at the Cosmic bus stop. Like we chose to be here for this time through this historic these historic events. And I get excited about it because I see it as an opportunity for change. Anytime you break something, you get to build a new one or choose something else. The old way dies, you get to choose something new. I know when I went through my divorce after, it was so controlling and I never had choices and all this. And at first I didn't realize I could choose something different until one day, I remember me and the kids were at the rent house, and I was never we weren't allowed to drive so far away from the house for dinner. That was like one of his rules and whatever. And so like we were there and I was divorced, but you're still mentally like trapped.
Right. You're not so free yet because you still have all that baggage that.
And the kids were like, oh, I wish we could go to this place for dinner. And I was like, oh, yeah, but it's dinner. It's late. Can't go that far. And I was like, well, why not? Yes, we can.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? I was like, get in the car. You
Yeah.
would have thought we were going to Disneyland. Like
Breakout
we had the
moment.
radio down going and the windows down, and we're like, woo, freedom, because we could choose something different.
Mhm.
We could make new rules that were our rules, you know.
Yep. We can do
That were
that
my
now.
rules.
We can manifest a reality.
You
I
know,
mean, you
yeah,
manifested a new reality. And
yeah,
look at you now.
yeah.
You're giving men like me commotio cordis. You're stopping my heart.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No, you've done very well for yourself. I mean, you're an inspiration to a lot of people. So
Well, it's been such a journey, but it's so empowering. Like when you break out of something and you see that freedom and taking responsibility for yourself gives you freedom. It's very empowering, and you want to tell everybody, and you
yep,
want to
you
share
want
that with
you want
people.
everybody to be free.
You want
You want
everybody to be free,
yes,
because in this world, the only place, the only kind of world I want to live in is where this world is beautiful for everyone. Because if any one person is hurting, that is going to poison the whole world, and that's going to
absolutely.
hurt all of us.
Yep.
So we have to make, that's why they say you pray for your enemy, you know, all that. Like
Yeah,
I would love for the person that I don't like the most in this world to like turn his heart and be honest and truthful, and you know, I pray for him all the time, and
right.
I hope that happens. That would make this world a much better, beautiful place, you know. And I think we can all do that. So
Yep. Absolutely. And there are people who come
that's
here after making that decision at the Cosmic Bus Stop and say, you know what? It's like WWE again. I'm going to play the villain this time. And so by playing the villain in this world, you wake people up, even though you're the bad guy, but that was the role you chose. So, and that's why you got to have a little bit of forgiveness for people, because
a
you know
little
what?
grace. Yeah.
Exactly, because they're waking people up by being who they are, even though
And
they're
who
bad
wants
people.
to be that guy?
Right,
Oh,
exactly. That's the toughest role to play, because you know nobody likes you.
nobody
You
likes
know,
you.
you're the bad guy, or you make a sacrifice. You know, and
Yeah.
you know you check out early, but it brings awareness to
Yeah.
a particular subject. And you
You
know,
never know.
just saying,
Yeah.
you know,
It's pretty
there's a
exciting.
reason for everything. There are no coincidences, and you just, once you get your head around that, then it's okay. Let's wake people up, as many people as we can. Some people aren't going to wake up right now, and so you move on to other people that need it and are starving for it. And you know, everybody comes to it at a different time. Some people never come to it, because that's the whole scene. You know,
Well, that's where
stage.
like some of these people that we get frustrated, I think, we're like, or sad that something bad happened to somebody, and you know, they may have to go on and check back in with life later, you know.
Right.
But that may be what they needed. They needed to like rinse and repeat.
Right. That might have been the path that they had to take here and
Yeah.
chose to take. You never
That's
know.
okay.
It was a hard
Yeah.
path on this planet, but you know, we're not just, that's not it right here. We go on, energy moves on, and we go to a
Yes.
different form. So
Energy never ends. It
right.
just
Transfers.
transfers. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotta love that. A little science.
Well,
Trust the science, Westwood.
Trust the science. I got
Trust the
something for you.
science.
It came in the mail today. And I got a few more of these, but you got to see. This is the unveiling of it. You're going to have to see this. Look at this bad boy.
Oh, Lord, that's a big
yet.
one.
Not framed yet.
Lord, my thighs look ginormous in that.
Oh, back it off.
Yeah.
Put it in the bar. We're going to put that in the bar. I got smaller ones.
Oh, I love it.
I got a test run of some smaller ones, like the Westwood one on the scooter that I have.
Like postcard size or something?
I got smaller ones, but I got one the same size of the ones we take to the meetups. But you know, I want to have
the 8.5 by 11.
and so I'm going to have some of those, and we can take those along to our
in
meetups.
My office. Oh no, the one of just you.
I'm going to get one with. I got one for you with
you.
That one that we can put in the office, and we can take it on the road, and you know, give away prizes or something. You know.
Yeah, I've got to get with Joshy Lake and Paigey about because we're doing one probably in February. We're going to do a meetup in February, and you're coming.
For my birthday? It's my birthday month. I'm an Aquarius, obviously. Stubborn,
you, my mother, my husband.
My daughter, my second daughter.
Yes.
The oldest dog.
Girls.
She's...
Is the oldest dog
the oldest dog's
too?
an Aquarius, the big dog, yeah.
That's funny.
Obviously.
Well, Mom and
Stubborn.
Charlie are Pisces.
They're like Aquarius light moving into the
Yeah.
other. Yeah. So they got a little energy of Aquarian energy and moving
Yeah.
into that. Yeah.
Um,
It's the age
yeah.
of Aquarius. What can I say? That's why I came back.
Joshy Lake's ready. Yeah, we're gonna do a get together in February.
Dog.
That dog better watch it.
Dog hit
I'll
the
come
tripod.
over there and get it.
I'll tempt you with a good time. Come to the bar.
Yes, you know I will.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, so we're gonna do something in February. I'm just trying to decide if we're gonna go. I need to talk to the group and see if we're gonna do it like in Arizona or
somewhere cold.
I wonder if we could do that with the DAO on. I wonder if we could tweak the DAO on Den Social. If that's something we could use the Mighty Lair for, is to make votes on there and stuff.
Vote where to go.
And vote where to go and get the group. And that way, like the more you participate in the DAO, you have more weight in voting. So it's like.
I gotcha. Doesn't mean I'm going to be there, but.
Yes, you are.
Well, it doesn't mean that's where it's going to be.
Wouldn't that be a good idea?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Fun way to use that. And then the community has a vote.
Get the community's opinion. What's everybody think? Hey.
Why is this so behind?
Are we going to Nashville? Are we going to?
I'd love to go to Nashville sometime. I have another good friend. We have a couple friends there. Isn't that where, didn't Kat move near there?
She's in Tennessee. Yep, not Nashville, but yeah.
Not Nashville. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's a long state. Right to left, left to right.
Just joined us too.
How about Jersey in February? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe a summer Jersey. I think a Jersey Shore thing would be fun. Which public always shoots me down on that, but I think it'd be fun.
I'm gonna have to get myself in a little bit of shape if I'm gonna be on the shore, down the shore.
I think it'd be fun. Okay, so what if I think I can do a governance thing and do a poll on here. Everybody should go to den.social. All you need is an email and join the Mighty Lair. And then when you go in here and you comment on our post for this week, which is this one. Ooh, we got 17 up, 1.7 upvotes. That makes me happy. Oh, but nobody voted, but nobody commented. Just me. I get all the points.
Yeah, you get to choose.
I'll let you guys have a couple minutes to go in there and
Lisa chooses Oklahoma City.
I get to choose.
Going once, going twice. Too bad. That's it.
No, I would choose if it was up to me.
Be like Florida.
I would choose somewhere else. I like Phoenix. I like Florida.
I don't want to fly though. That's my problem. I don't want to fly. You know that.
I want to go to Maine. I have some good friends that live in Maine, and I watched a
I want to go to Maine and save a lobster.
On Maine, and it is beautiful there.
Ask Paulie P about Maine. He's been doing all kinds of research on it. He knows all about Maine.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Paulie drives all over. We should ask him.
He knows where all the ruffians are, all the bad seeds and all the good stuff too.
Yeah. Come to the Rockies. Yeah, Colorado's a great place.
Go squatching.
We need to get back out on the road. I'm ready to get back out on the road. Actually, I may be going to North Carolina later this month.
Really?
Yeah. Hester Peirce. Did you know that her name is Peirce, not Pierce?
Not Pierce. It's Peirce. Peirce.
So like Percy. But how funny is that? So all these people. So Sam Bankman-Fried. Then there's Representative
I before E, except after C.
Hold on. There's Representative Money, who just passed the bill to go back to the constitutional dollar. Or not pass.
I'm like, what?
He presented a bill to go to constitutional money.
Who did?
Money.
Who did this?
Money.
Huh?
Oh, I talked about it a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh, well, I
I
already
sent it to
forgot.
you.
I've
You guys have
forgotten.
the worst memories.
I've forgotten more than I've ever learned. Once you realize that, then that's where I'm coming from. I've forgotten everything.
Anyway.
I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. Actually, I'm not wearing pants right now. Yeah, I am. Like Kevin O'Leary standing there doing my interview in my boxers, talking finance.
Slime ball.
Isn't he though? Kevin O'Leary.
Did you see the judge ruled on the Celsius thing?
Yeah.
Almost on Bitcoin Day, which I thought was so weird. Okay, so Bitcoin Day came and went this year.
Nobody talked about it. January 3rd.
Nobody talked about it.
Not
right
a word.
After the largest Ponzi scheme.
I mean, some people did, but there wasn't this big, circus like there usually is.
It was nothing like the last couple years.
No.
It should have been the biggest thing people were talking about. Instead, went by like a silent fart. So crazy to me. Then that either that day or the next day, the judge rules, too bad, you guys, not your keys, not your cheese.
Pretty much.
For the Celsius people. You
deposited Bitcoin in Celsius and it's gone.
You're too stupid to not keep your own coins, then you're lost it.
And that was pretty much the attitude. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what happened.
I was just shocked.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I mean, anytime speaking of Bix, he talked about that. Anytime you deposit your coins or your dollars, for that matter, in a bank or any custodian, it's not yours anymore. They take control of it. So if they have an issue, go get a tissue because you're not getting your money back. And that's what you're seeing. Never, ever. You got to have it in your own possession. Everything. Any form of crypto, any form, even cash. You don't want to put that in the bank. You just got to hold it in your own possession. Otherwise, you don't have it because they'll take it from you. And then you're going to look at Mt. Gox. I mean, they still have not distributed all the money that is owed for people who had money in Mt. Gox, that exchange that crashed a long time ago.
Well, you know what else? Speaking of which, the SEC has not returned a single dime to, they have this Verity fund and that they supposedly took from people that they claim Reggie defrauded, which I was not frauded by Reggie. The SEC sure screwed me over, but they have this fund that I guess you can apply to get your money back, which is what they took from Reggie or whatever. There's this whole thing, but it's been over 3 years and they haven't given any of the money to anybody. So what are they doing with all that? And in that period of time,
rigging the Bitcoin market.
Yeah, in that period of time, like from the amount of ETH and Bitcoin and stuff that they took from him, it's like gone up exponentially. I can't remember the numbers. He told us one time, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
And then he had to pay a fine, and it's just like,
But for them to not then pay the people out that they claim they were protecting,
right? They didn't protect anybody from FTX.
Being held accountable.
They were having meetings with them at the White House.
So speaking of which, back to my travel. So January 20th, Hester Purse, once again, his names crack me up. Purse strings. She's been really quiet through all this. And so she posted a tweet and said, I will be in Durham on January 20th. If anyone would like to see me, please contact me and left her email. So a friend of mine and I sent her an email and requested an audience. So hopefully we'll hear back from her.
Nice. I'm hoping. Yeah. Fractional reserve crypto. That's basically what they're doing. These exchanges. That's kind of what they're probably still doing at some level, to where they don't have it one for one. What do we have? We just had Silvergate. Of all names.
I saw that today.
Of all names, to name a company, Silvergate. I mean, really?
But it's a crypto investment company, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember seeing them when FTX had crashed. And yeah, it is. And they said, no, we've got one for one assets, and we just invest in this and that. I mean, how are you making money on it then? You got to be loaning it out to a third party. You got to be doing something to make interest on that crypto. You know, I mean, how do that's what they do. They leverage it, you know, and I've talked to people about this and they've said, yeah, absolutely. That's what they do. They leverage crypto out, however they're doing it, to third parties, this and Silvergate being one, you know, FTX. But it's just, you got to get in the mindset that, okay, hey, I'm going to go out and buy some silver. Hey, would you hold it for me? I mean, you can't do that. I mean, that's the whole idea of having silver. You're going to go buy crypto. It's like, hey, you want to hold that for me? The reason why you have it is to protect yourself from all of these entities that when everything goes 2008 and goes bankrupt and starts folding, that you're not waiting in line to get your crypto or your money. I mean,
but
you got to take possession of it.
Where once again, the government, what does Johnny say? What's Johnny's shirt? They don't have your best interest, or what they're never looking out for you. I can't remember his t-shirt slogan that we're going to do for him. But if you hold your
keys,
something like if you hold your silver, it's a taxable event if it goes up, but if a third party does, it's not, or something like that.
Yeah, because they rig the rules and they want to take possession of your stuff, and then they give you a little kickback and say, oh, you know, we'll give you this bonus.
But once again, the people just need to say no. Like these new tax rules rolled out this year, we are in. People think, oh, we're going to be facing a recession. No, guys, we're in it.
Oh yeah,
we're in a financial crisis.
We are in it, and they're just good at papering it all over.
Eggs are almost $1 a piece for an egg.
How stupid is that? $10 for a dozen eggs. I mean, how ridiculous is that?
Tell me we're not in a recession, and they come out with the highest tax brackets for the middle class.
Yeah. There won't be any taxes on middle class. No new taxes in the middle class. What's the middle class? I mean, define the middle class. You got to go back to language.
And on top of it, if we feel like our voices aren't being heard, then we're being taxed without representation.
Right. And we had a big skirmish, you know, back in the latter 1700s over such a thing. That's why we're here. I mean, you're not being represented. I mean, you're seeing it play out in the House of Representatives right now. They're saying, you're not representing us, and we don't trust you. We don't trust you to represent us.
And that keeps being a current. We've had it kind of playing off and on at the House, and they keep saying that, like, these people don't even show up, you know, or I'm in a meeting and there's only 2 people in the room.
I know.
And everybody, I hope Americans are listening to that. These people that you picked that are supposed to be working for you, that are making backdoor deals for their families, and they're coming out of Congress and places like that, making hundreds of millions of dollars on the backside.
Yep.
But while they're supposed to be there, they're not even showing up for you.
No.
They're not even going to the meetings.
That was the joke today that, I mean, somebody had said that McCarthy will get elected tonight because they don't want to work over the weekend. You know, they've worked too long this week, and so they're just going to vote him in. Just kind of a joke. But, I mean, you know, there's something to it. They got to go out and raise more money. You know, they got to go out and do their things. And, I mean, you're funding all this. These people go in there, and they're middle-class people, upper middle-class people a lot of times, and then they're worth millions of dollars after one term. How does that happen? I mean, how does that happen? We all know it's corrupt. I mean, think about this. You know, you're going into Congress, and then you're going to vote on $1.7 trillion to get created. I mean, unfathomable amount of money. And you divvy it up, and Rand Paul did some estimate on it where it's over 450 billion of it is just nothing but pork, just garbage, handouts. I mean, just not for the people.
No, it's insane.
That's a lot of money.
My kid just fell out in the front.
Oh no. He probably heard the 1.7 trillion and collapsed.
Yeah. He had a cardiac.
Yeah, the cardio I don't know. Communist cardio comment. What is it? I wrote
Someone send him immediately.
Commotio cordis.
Yeah.
That'll be the next big thing.
Insane.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, you got to look out for that. There's going to be a lot of commotio cordis. We got to blame it on Valentine's Day. These people collapsing, falling down. Commotio cordis. Okay. Valentine's Day. Heart, you know, got hit moonstruck and Cupid's arrow causing commotio cordis.
All the moons. There's a full moon tonight, and then there's one at the
end of it's in 4 minutes. It will be full. The full energy of the moon. 4 minutes from now.
I feel like we should do something.
I know. Maybe we should. I feel this whiskey, like the gravitational pull
take a
of the
shot.
whiskey into my mouth. The moon is responsible. Yeah, everybody do a shot on the full moon.
Everybody say Litecoin to the moon.
Right, Litecoin to the moon, manifest it.
Yeah.
I did a video I just put out today about that. I'd done it before, but
saw that.
I reiterated it again. I mean, June 17th is what I'm saying.
June
That's when you're going to
17th.
see a peak in Litecoin. Could be anywhere from $240.
Now, is that when we're doing the meetup in Illinois?
It might be. That might be a good time, right?
I was thinking that was about the time we were.
Is that a full moon?
Illinois.
That'd be wonderful.
Is that?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the moon cycles. What are the moon phases for 2023?
June.
You got a little book there?
It is a full moon. It is. It's Father's Day weekend on the 17th, and it's a full new moon.
You kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
There you go. And I just picked that number out from doing research of the last 2 Litecoin cycles when Litecoin usually peaks before the halving, and I came up with that date.
And we could do Trump's birthday party on the Wednesday before.
I'm having another fit of commotio cordis. I can't handle it. It's just hitting me hard.
Because it's Flag Day, you know. That's
There's too much, too many synchronicities, no coincidences. But anyway, I'm saying $240. That's my low conservative. It has to happen. I'll be shocked if it does not hit $240 by then. And that's a low estimate. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say I thought it was $440.
No, it's $240. I'm super conservative.
You say $240?
Super conservative. I'm just looking at the math. I'm looking at the past 2 cycles, and that's what I'm saying. Now I may readjust that we'll see what happens between like now, February, March. I mean, that'll be the tail, but that's what I'm sticking to. I've been sticking to it. 240.
The tail or the tell?
That will be the tell. That will be the tale that I will tell based on that. Look at this. The little dog knocks the tripod. Today's been one of those days to where I should not even touch anything. I shouldn't. Everything has gone spilling coffee. Just everything's just. I don't know why.
Just like tonight is a new moon
right now.
No, it's not tonight. It's not the new moon.
Ooh,
that's when I'm going to go to Durham is the new moon. Ooh.
Fresh start.
Right now is a full moon. And then the new moon.
Coyotes are going to be running tonight, yelping all over. Mm-hmm. Keep the dogs on the leash.
Yeah.
You got to keep me chained up and inside the house because you don't want me running around and get all crazy, wild.
Get a little crazy.
Yeah. Lock me in the bar. Get nuts then.
Start howling at the moon.
Yeah, howling, bark at the moon like Ozzy, biting heads off bats. No.
All the things.
All the stuff. All the things. Yes. Search it up. You'll learn.
Search it up.
Search it up.
Kenan says. We don't say Google it at our house. We say search it up.
Oh, man. Is Daddy O, what you smoking? An Oliva Connecticut wrap? I'm Series V right here, Oliva cigar.
Oh, okay.
It's listening to me. It's recording everything I say.
I thought you were asking Daddy-O what he's smoking.
I am. I think he's smoking a cigar right now.
Okay, I thought you were saying, what are you smoking?
Well, no.
Like
literally, Daddy-O, what you smoking? You smoking an Oliva? In the chat.
Okay.
And anyway, now I'm going to look at the chat and see if somebody's
Jeff
wanting
says, Mitchie just jumped in. You see Mitchie's Motivational Monday.
Mitchie's not in the bar right now. Mitchie's remote somewhere. I don't know where.
He's remote. He's coming in. Let's see. Viva Flav. Benny's here. He made it home. He's catching up. I am is starting his own channel.
Oh, nice.
Super smart guy. And he is an agorist, which I need to have him join us sometime to talk about and explain what I believe I'm saying that correctly. Am I saying that correctly?
Oliva, Connecticut. Okay, yeah.
Am I saying that right? Agorist?
Agorist. Sure.
I think that's right.
Is that when you're afraid of heights?
No.
Oh,
I mean, he might be afraid of heights, but
I
that's
am.
not the thought of it. It's like not a political leaning, but a belief system or a stance of things. Like,
Yeah.
where'd he go?
There's a
I think I'm saying it right. Agorist.
there's somebody I was watching on YouTube. I saw it on Twitter. This guy, I don't even know what he's called now. It's something shots or something. Drifter shots. Drifter shoots, I think it is. And
Agorism. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
this dude, like, he's like the Banksy of heights and pictures.
Oh,
He'll
no,
go
no,
to
I
like,
can't do that.
he'll climb up these towers. The second in Thailand, he went to the second tallest building that's under construction, and like at night is looking down, taking pictures, stabilizing himself. And then he actually put a video. I'm like, I had to go watch it on YouTube, 7 minutes long. And it's his crew and how they're getting ready and how they're kind of like breaking into this construction building and climbing all the way to the top of the tower and taking these night shots and these pictures and hanging out. And I mean, this stuff is like, I mean, I would watch this over a movie. I know. And I'm just like, I can't, I'm just nauseous watching it. I mean, it is just like, oh my God, these are walking along these girders. And it's just, I don't know how.
But what is the point of risking your life for that?
For the shot, the money shot. I mean, to get the picture. And I don't know. It's
like,
just
shame on you for making your mother worry and putting your life in danger for that.
Sick
for not valuing your life more than that. Shame on you for that.
But the picture was pretty awesome.
Agorist,
it's like art.
No, I think that's selfish. Is a social philosophy that advocates creating a society in which all relations between people are voluntary exchanges by means of counter economics engaging with aspects of non-violent revolution. That sounds like a pretty great world.
Yeah, just like we like to live every day. We just get along, right? I may
be an agorist.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm an agrarian agorist.
Oh, I've got to become an agrarian. I am really like we're looking at property. Like Charlie and I have like this strong, very strong urge, gut feeling like we need to have land.
Yeah. It used to be life, liberty, and land.
The city, and we need land.
That's what John Locke said before the Constitution that Jefferson took it from. It was life, liberty, and property. And so land, I mean, that's what basically, is your freedom. And then it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is what Jefferson kind of expanded it. But land was so important. I mean, because you have something, you own something, you're connected to the earth, and you've got your freedom, your sovereignty, that land. And I think it's in all of us, that calling to, have that, connection and just that sovereignty, that freedom. And so now I get it. Trust me, that's where I'm at.
How weird.
What's that?
So I've never even used GPT chat.
Oh, is that the AI
chat
stuff?
GPT? Yeah.
Okay.
And I clicked it one time and it says this page isn't working. Try clearing your cookies. I don't even know how to do that.
Clear your cache. Get rid of those cookies. Cookies aren't good for you. I mean, they're useful, but I mean,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you can clear your cache. Search it up. Clear your cache.
Search it up.
Clear your cookies. If I drink too much, I clear my cookies.
The wrong way.
Maybe not the right way to do it. I don't know. I'm doing it all wrong.
Oh no. Warning.
We need a night bartender. Another drink.
Man, please. I didn't even use this yet. I was really wanting to do that on the show tonight. To use that GPT chat thing.
I see Blind Dave in the chat. I wish I had a pair of those sunglasses. I want to know how to get some.
Yeah. You guys check that out.
I want to know how to get a pair of those Blind Dave sunglasses. And
has DigiByte what do I need to do sunglasses. To get them? Yeah. Those are very cool. Joshua Lake. He says, I own 1,300 feet of space and no land. Hell, I don't even own it. But no, none of us do, because
None
the
of us
minute you
really
don't pay your
do.
taxes,
Right,
they
property
can come
tax.
take it from you.
Yeah,
So it's
the corrupt sheriff will, come take your property because you didn't pay your property tax. That's a whole nother thing.
Oh, that's depressing to think
It
about.
is. I mean, it really is. Where does this money go? Where does all this money go? It's just crazy.
Not to
For
the people.
$50,000 a year for college
Apparently it goes
education.
to
Come on,
FTX.
man.
It goes to
FTX and
FTX, and it
Ukraine
goes
and
to
Kevin
Alameda, and it
McCarthy
goes
and
to
Mitch
Ukraine, and it comes
McConnell,
back
Biden.
to Pelosi, and
Yeah, Pelosi.
don't forget Maxine Waters.
Oh yeah,
She's
Max.
blowing kisses to Sam Bankman-Fried. Blowing kisses.
And just watching these creatures. I mean, watch C-SPAN right now when they're voting for all this stuff. Turn on C-SPAN
they're
at 9,
disgusting.
10 p. What is it? 10 p.m. They're getting back in the House tonight. Just go watch them and how they interact. And it's like Carlin said, it's a big club, and you're not in it. I mean,
this one girl, she is, I'm not sure what her position is or her title, but she turned her phone on like she's recording like video, and she's just walking through the house with it. And they're calling her a witch. They're accusing her of having sex with animals. To the point, no, I'm not kidding. They're saying ugly, horrible things to her. And like,
this is the people's house, right? I mean, this is like a chamber.
Oh my God. So she walks up to this police officer and says, "Would you please escort me to the car?" And he kind of like ignores her, push back a little bit, and she's like, I need you to walk me to my car.
Yeah, do your job and protect me, please.
And so finally he's like, okay. He walks her to the car, and she keeps her phone going, like they don't realize they're being filmed or whatever. And they just follow her out there and accuse her of like having sex with, I don't know, some other person in the thing, and just saying the most horrible things. Like,
see, they project the things that they do. And so they're going to project that and turn that on you because they know it so well, and they figure, well, I'll accuse them of that. And but that's what they do. It's all projection.
Like, you would never,
like a movie screen,
speak to someone like that if you knew.
Right, a real person. I mean, why? Social media people get stupid
if there was accountability.
Right. Ashley Babbitt. Her mom got arrested.
They arrested
today.
her
Did you
mom.
See that? Yeah,
for
jaywalking. While the police are blocking the street and she's walking across, gotta arrest her.
But come on, that's just to get the people riled up.
Sure it is. That's absolutely what it is. I mean, just all these Capitol Police. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be a sweeping generalization, man. But my first thought, and this is just my opinion, when I see them, I think TSA, same strata. Yeah. That's just what I think.
Where's their segue?
My opinion. Just saying.
Like mall cops. Yeah.
Paul Blart, mall cop. Yep.
Yeah.
More respect for Paul Blart.
I think too.
Yeah. Ashley Babbitt's mom arrested today she had a rose in her hand. I don't know if she was going to lay it, that's what it looked like. She was going to lay it for her daughter at the Capitol somewhere, and she jaywalked. Major offense here, ma'am. You need to come over here. Shut up. Put your hands behind your back. Let me cuff you, put you in this car.
But there were a whole group of people. Why would they only take her?
Well,
other than it was,
she probably said something to him and said, "Hey, you're violating my rights" or something. She probably tried to be, a human being and called them out for, their authoritarianism, and they didn't like that. So, it's going to make an example of these people. Can't be doing this. An officer, authority. What happened to the peace officers? The peace officers. Whatever happened to that?
What happened to the humans? What happened to being a neighbor? What happened to being my brother's keeper or my brother's brother?
Speaking of brother's keepers, Mitch shows up.
Mitch is here. Dog announcement. Dog alarm.
No coincidences. Mitch.
Dog alarm.
Mitch is wearing Crocs.
Oh.
Got some white Crocs on. He's styling and profiling. Yeah.
Snazzy choice of footwear.
I know. He's looking snazzy.
Well, he just shows he's comfortable. He's at home.
Speaking of Crocs, and meetups. There it is.
Stop.
Yeah, Mitch.
That scared the crap out of me that night.
Lisa says,
Stop. Just say no.
yeah, I need the clown horn, the klaxon. You know, so
It scared the crap
we're
out
on
of me.
air. Mitch, we're on air.
Warning.
Right. I got an applause sign, and I've been clicking it, and I'm not
talking.
hearing anything. You know, applause. No.
Yeah. Too funny.
The dog whisperers here.
That's good. We needed him here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
crazy. Did we go?
What are we talking about next?
I don't know.
The
I need
full
to check
moon.
my.
We're at the height of the full moon right now. We're in the midst of it. You know,
Yeah.
coyotes outside. Mitch survived the
They've
coyotes walking
extended,
across the street.
So Sean brought this to my attention. The Canada has this program called MAID, where they're happy to kill you if you're in the military.
Yes.
Medical assistance for dying.
Yes.
And now they have extended it to they're happy to medically assist you in dying. Anyone in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Call them
it's
up,
your choice.
let them
it's
know.
Your body, your choice, Lisa.
Your body, your choice.
Your body,
they're
your
happy
choice.
to kill you.
Right.
So
that's how we get.
Nice.
Listen, we got a financial crisis here. We've got all this debt, and we need to reduce the debt. So yeah, we got to get rid of some people. We can't be letting them siphon off. We're going to have 100 million people on Medicaid as of this March. 100 million people in the U.S. on Medicaid. We need to do something about that. We need to give them an option to opt out. Mm-hmm. We can't afford this.
He calls it the MAID regime. He literally uses the word regime at the end of this. I won't even play the whole thing, but just at the end of it, it's so creepy. Can you guys see this?
Autonomy and freedom of choice.
Yeah.
For these reasons, today we are letting Canadians know that our government intends to work with our parliamentary colleagues in the House and Senate to negotiate an extension of the March 17th, 2023 eligibility date. This will require legislation. This work will begin in the new year. Right now, we want all Canadians to know, especially those exempted by the current exemption of eligibility from MAID, that we plan to take this next step. This is a top priority for our government, and we want to reassure Canadians that we are committed to ensuring that our laws protect everyone while supporting the autonomy and freedom of choice that are central to Canada's MAID regime.
MAID regime. So they're extending it to protect you to kill yourself.
Yes, we're going to protect you.
They'll protect you to kill yourself.
Right. And then the next thing is, the next illogical step is that, well, they chose to exit. You know, I saw, 10 police cars, drag this guy out of his house. And the next thing you know, well, he decided he wanted to check out. That was his choice. I mean, here we go.
It's so weird.
Did you see the suicide beds? I don't know. There's a company that produces those to where it will peacefully allow you to get into this like med bed looking thing, and which is kind of scary, going in for the med bed. And wrong bed. Sorry, medical mistake.
And it suffocates you or something.
Yeah, it peacefully, basically kills you.
Well, I saw that New York passed a thing that you can biodegrade. It's legal to biodegrade yourself, like plant yourself in the ground.
Recycle yourself.
Here. So yeah.
Well, it's a green way to go out. It's part of the green plan.
Yeah.
The green option. I
so
choose the green option.
I was sharing this. My son was showing me his Fortnite game. So we don't let him play with headphones anymore because they're
you want to know what's going on.
Saying terrible things to little kids on those.
Yeah.
But
that's my daughter on the other side of it saying the terrible things. No,
it's not.
No.
But
she doesn't take any crap though.
He showed me this guy named, he goes, have you seen this? Is this Krampus guy real? And I was like, yeah, that's a real thing. So then he shows me this. It looks like Moloch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so who is this?
It does.
Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus is the devil of Christmas?
The devil of Christmas. The devil of Christmas. I don't know. What's in his backpack?
A kid.
Mm-hmm. On Fortnite.
Yeah. And they bring this in every single year around Christmas.
Okay, back him up again. And look, he looks like Moloch.
Right, that's what Krampus looks like.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a glider.
And that's his
for the
glider.
set. And here's
Oh, I have to share something else with you guys that our daughter Tiffany showed us. The hammer. You know how Santa was going to bring the hammer?
Yes, in that hotel elevator in Chicago.
Yes.
Yes.
So the Catholics hit the Pope, and when he dies, they have to hit him in the head with this white hammer 3 times.
Lighter back there.
Here it is. Okay. They hit dead popes on the head 3 times with this special dead pope hammer just to ensure that they are in fact dead.
Well, I've got a reason why, but go ahead.
Tell me.
Well, I found it. I moved my ashtray and I found my lighter. Thanks, Mitch. No,
Got your
hit
fat
with a
ladder.
hammer too many times. No, because it would undermine the entire game, the entire faith, if they were to accidentally resurrect themselves. So you got to make sure they're dead. You got to hit them in the head with a hammer. We can't have any more resurrections, or the whole thing falls apart. Bad joke.
I just thought this was crazy and I kept seeing white promoted tweets all the time, and then this hammer is white. And Charlie looked up and translated what's on the hammer at the bottom of it. And it says something like ass Christians or Christian ass something. I can't remember what it says, but it's something not nice.
I don't know what the symbolism is. I'm sure there's so much information, that the Catholic Church has because they've been around for so long. They get the vaults and under, the Vatican Library and all this stuff that, I mean, these rituals, because it is very ritualistic. I mean, all religions are, but I mean, the Catholic Church has been around forever, since Christ, Rock of Peter, the church. They got a lot of things that we really don't understand. It'd be interesting to know what the history of that is, though. I mean, what that's all about, and why are we just now hearing about it?
Look what's trending: silver squeeze.
I'm telling you, it's when it goes, it's gonna go. I mean, it really is.
I heard when it goes,
It's
will
over.
go within, it could go within hours, days, or hours even.
I mean, think about it. Bix has talked about this. I mean, but let's just logically think about this. Okay, so you're a guy like Elon Musk, and you've got this car company, which is supposedly on Wall Street worth $380 billion, and it's down from $1 trillion. And it's worth $380 billion. GM's worth like $50 billion. And so it's like the biggest car company on paper, if they're going to do what they say they're going to do, and all these electric cars and all this stuff, you need a lot of silver. Now, don't you think silver would be like a really important thing if you're a guy like him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there's only so much that comes out of the ground every year. I mean, at some point,
even
if he
simple
says,
things,
I need it, and I'm going to go buy up everything because I need it for my industry.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm just thinking about even simple things like my dentist, we're in a recession and all this.
Mm-hmm.
So her accountant told her hey, you need to go ahead and buy whatever you need to get for the next year because things are only going to get worse and more expensive. Mm-hmm. So you need to go ahead and buy now what you need for the next year to keep your business going. Yeah. So if Elon knows that,
he's a businessman and knows that he needs it,
and knows it's only going to get more expensive,
right? Go
buy it up now. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine how quick it could go?
Yeah. And then if you don't have it, then what do? You're going to say, I'd like to have a hunk of silver. Will you sell it to me? And you're like, I really don't want to. Well, I'll give you, silver's $25 an ounce. Well, I'll give you 50 an ounce. I'll give you a $100 bill because it's just paper. I'll give you a $100 bill. I just need some because I don't have it. And then imagine all these people. I told that story, last week or a couple of weeks ago, where a friend of mine didn't really understand what silver was, didn't have any, and he's my age, and he got a silver coin. And wow, this is valuable. I should lock this in a safe. Imagine if every American who doesn't have silver, every person in the world who doesn't have silver just wants 1 ounce. What's that do when you can't get it? What are you willing to pay?
Well, and I'm having people like a friend of mine that I knew from years ago when I was really involved in the church and volunteering, and she and I have stayed friends on LinkedIn. And she's a CPA, great lady, really smart businesswoman. And she reached out to me and said, hey, do you have a connection of where I can buy some precious metals? And so like I'm getting those kind of
Because
people
people
hitting me up.
people
I'm like,
realize. I mean, somebody reached out to
Yeah.
me last night and said, "Hey, what's it like in your area?" I mean, because everybody I
Mhm.
know, they're struggling. I mean, everything's costing so much, and that's because the money that they printed, and that's why everything costs so much. And the engineered destruction of the supply chain. Baltic Dry Index at lows. I mean, it's just nothing's going to be able to be traded because they're just going to shut down and say, forget it. It's just like, no, that's what's happening. Nobody's buying anything anymore. We've had that surge. It's over. So it's swung the other way now. What's going to happen when everybody wants it? What do you do? I mean, at that point,
it's an obtainium that Uncle Cliff talked about, right?
it is, because you're going to realize that the dollar's toast. Everything's falling apart. It's all that stuff. They can send stimulus checks out the wazoo, but it doesn't buy anything because it's $10 for a dozen eggs. I mean, this is ridiculous, but that's where we're at. And so somebody's going to say, okay, as soon as I get my, Weimar, Germany, as soon as I get my paycheck, I got to go spend it real quick and get something of value that's going to at least not get destroyed. A dozen eggs, if you don't eat them, they go bad. An ounce of silver, you can hold it. And that's why it's always been money. That's why gold and silver have always been money. They can't be destroyed. And it's just that store of value. What do you think is going to happen? And then, since we're in a digital age, they're going to be looking for a store of value that they can actually use and transact with, and that's enter Bitcoin and Litecoin. I mean, it's the writing's on the wall.
Truth protocol of Veritasium,
that you can trust it
to make sure that it's trusted.
Correct. Yeah. Absolutely. And you think about
keep it peer to peer, and not these exchanges where then you have the derivative thing all over again. We're going
to look back, and history is going to look back and say, these idiots, the writing was on the wall, all the signs were there, and what were they doing? Why didn't they buy silver? Why didn't they buy Litecoin? Why didn't they buy things that could protect them going
That's
forward?
When they're going to say, you guys were so lucky.
Right. Yeah, real lucky.
We're so lucky that you bought silver and Litecoin.
It's like riding a freaking roller coaster. It's like, we're down in the trenches and getting beat down, and water balloons and watermelons, like that catapult watermelon in the face. That's what it's like holding it, and everybody's saying, oh, you're idiots. It's fake money. It's Ponzi scheme. But if you see what the value is and you understand what the value is, this is how fortunes are made. And I'm not in crypto because I want to make a fortune. I just want to protect my energy. And that's what silver is. It'll protect your energy because everything's corrupt, and that's going to continue to be corrupt. And you're going to see another corruption vote tonight, in the House. You're going to see the game being played out in your very eyes. And then through history, people will look back and say, how are they so stupid not to know that they should have bought this stuff for $25 an ounce or $75 for a Litecoin? What was wrong with them?
Yeah. Well, and if you don't know how to buy it, you can go in the description, and you can reach out to my friend Andy Sheckman at Miles Franklin.
Good people.
Andy at milesfranklin.com, and just send him an email. Tell him Lisa and Clint sent you. And he's already said, he's like, I'm taking care of anybody you send my way. I'm taking care of them.
That's awesome. Go check him out.
Able to send
I know
him,
people that have bought from him. Lisa, you met him face to face. I didn't have the pleasure of doing
in my
that.
House.
Bix knows him. I mean, it's just like
Bix introduced us. Yeah,
exactly. And so, I mean, these are the people you want to deal with because it's just like an exchange. You send your money in, or you're going to get your silver. You better make sure you trust the person that you're interacting with.
Yeah.
And like you said, that's what
you're getting a good quality project. He's one of 27
authorized resellers for the mint.
Yes, for the mint.
Yeah, for the U.S. Mint. Yep. And there's this big shortage of coins, and the 2023s are already being minted. And it's like, Bix has gone into this. What did they do with those coins? They just stopped minting them. And so, was there really a shortage? I mean, did somebody get them? I mean, what really happened? The whole thing, you're living in an illusion. You're living in a scam. Get real things. Get them in your possession, because that's what really matters. I mean, you can have, assets on the digital screen. Oh, I own these. The investment firm says that I've got this much money. Okay, can you take possession of it?
The Bernie Madoff documentary is on Netflix right now, and I'm sure the timing of it is perfect to educate people. Yeah.
If I had known,
if I
that's
had
going to be our saying.
known,
If I had known,
if
we're
I
going to have
had
the shirts
known,
made at least.
yeah,
If I had
we will.
known,
If I had known. And Tom and I told Tom, I said, I'm gonna send you. He goes, I'm gonna wear a shirt that says, I tried to tell you. I said, Tom, I'll make you a shirt because I don't care. I'll say it. You know, because you get treated disrespectfully when you are trying to help people and you're trying to wake people up and tell them. And then at the same time, it's like the whole cognitive dissonance and them having
Yes.
to take responsibility for themselves. And it's scary and
Yep.
having to, you know, think for yourself and, you know, all that. And just breaking out of that other reality is difficult, you know?
It is. It is difficult, but everybody in the chat is broken out of it. I mean, so there is hope for humanity, and it's just that not everybody's going to break out of it. And I know a lot of people are frustrated, you know, especially in crypto. This is a good example. You know, you talk to your family about crypto. Listen, this is like, you know, something different, something you can control. You know, it's outside of government, it's outside of, you know, Federal Reserve, you know, and any of the central banks. And, you know, it's just it's money, sound money in your possession. You can send it anywhere in the world. And they're just like, whatever, it's just a scam, it's just a scam. And you get frustrated.
Yeah, because you're thinking,
frustrated.
No, the
I'm trying
dollar,
to help you.
The way the dollar is set up right now, the the Fed is the scam.
It is.
And it's like,
it's a struggle.
But Elon tweeted the thing that we say all the time, that it's easier to trick a man than to get them to believe they've been tricked.
Yeah.
He tweeted that the other day, and I was like, okay, that's got to be a sign that we're getting close.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think the whole.
And I don't know that there's going to be a tipping point of waking people up, if it's just going to be continued.
It's a process.
Continued soft rollout of.
Yeah, I don't think it happens overnight,
You know,
and because it hasn't happened overnight, but it's happening, and we're seeing the rollout, and we see the people. I mean, you know, in the chat and people talking about it, and you're seeing more people that are getting it and making changes, you know, actively. And will there be that moment, the 2008 moment, where everything crashes and it falls apart? And you know, I don't think that the powers that be want that. I think they like the slow kill option, and that's what they do, because that's what I've seen happening. They want to just drain you of your energy slowly, profit off you as long as they can, and then discard you and say, oh, hey, you know, call up and schedule your suicide, and we'll come out and, you know, take care of you. The maid will show up and take care of your problems.
Oh, Lord.
Be your own
We're
bank.
getting there, though. Be your own bank.
Litecoin, sound money for the digital age.
That's right. And you know what? When everything feels fake, do the things that are real. You know, have community, meet up with people that you love, and
buy that microscope instead of watching TV, right? And so you can look at all the small things, you know, and start putting pieces together, and, you know, realize that everything small is just like everything large.
That's the other remoted tweet I keep seeing lately, is these dang microscopes on everything. And I'm like, what? Are they going to tell people that we're being spied on, that it's that the, you know, all the 3-letter agencies have been weaponized against, have been weaponized against the people?
Go on Twitter.
Yeah, the Twitter files.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how many people are really on Twitter?
They're not. There's a lot of people on it.
Like, a lot of crypto people are, but the normies aren't really.
Are you paying attention? Maybe that's a good goal, to where somebody can, you know, make a YouTube channel to where they can read the Twitter files, and just like, so, because, you know, it's a lot of people aren't on Twitter. My parents aren't on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, and I, you know, they're pretty
But you
savvy.
can't say this stuff on Twitter files on.
You know, that maybe, but if you just read it verbatim, it's like, hey, I just got it off Twitter. It's not my opinion, or it violates community standards. I know.
Yes. I don't know what community they're in.
Well, it's a club that you're not in, you know, it's that thing to where you're violating our community standards, standards, you know, the three of us.
I'm not sure whose community. That's CCP community?
Oh,
yeah. Damn. It doesn't matter. I'm going to delete this one anyway. I know we're already in trouble.
No, let it ride.
I'm gonna have to. No, I'm gonna have to do the David Nino Rodriguez thing, where he's like, okay, it's gonna be up here for less than 24 hours.
And this is why you gotta watch it live. You know, so everybody out there, you gotta watch it live, because it might be gone.
Show up.
You know, watch. If you leave it up there like I'm saying to do, I'll have 2 strikes tomorrow. And
I do need to do
pretty much
some
gone
work on my website. I haven't been on my website in a while, and I need to.
LitecoinLisa.net.
Especially like getting locked out this week. I need to be able to figure out how I can engage. Like right now, Patreon is the best way that I know I can talk to people there for sure. Like they can always message me. I can message them back, all of that.
Right.
But I want to make sure that I have some kind of backup. Maybe Joshy Lake can help me with that.
Yes.
Maybe we can do a little.
So you can post your stuff. I mean, I can do it, and it's just it's not as easy as just taking the phone and going upload and pasting like the description. I can do it on my website. I can put videos, every video that we have on my website, and link to it. But I got to go through a format and transfer. Yeah.
The other thing is that we do over here on Den. If you guys can always go over to Den. And join Mighty Lair, and so every week I'm posting a post on there that says, hey, here's this week, and you sign up for Den, subscribe to the Mighty Lair, leave a reply on which Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then whoops, I need to update that I wasn't able to do the Wednesday show. And then what I do is I'm having the Friday show already set up and a link to it. So then you'll know you can join us live on the Friday show. And then if you comment below, I can leave you a lot, which is a Lair ownership token. So then you get an ownership token where you can have weight to vote. So then we can put together these votes in the Mighty Lair.
No, I get it. And that's what needs to happen. And it's just finding that right method. This is almost like underground dance parties, to where we know there's going to be an underground dance party at 4 p.m. Central Time every day.
But we just don't know where.
We just don't know where. It might be on Rumble. It might be on BitChute. It might be on YouTube. So we need that place, that portal, that mechanism to where everybody knows to go, hey, where's it going to be tonight? And make it exciting, And then, hey, it's going to be on BitChute tonight. Or, hey, it's going to be on YouTube tonight. It's going to be on Rumble tonight. And maybe start looking at doing things that way because, we are the resistance. And that's basically what it comes down to. And we just got to make sure we stay communicating.
If Truth Social had they don't have a chat and you can't stream to there, you can post.
It's about resources. I mean, YouTube, Google has all the resources and they make it easy to do that stuff. And that's the double-edged sword.
It's really hard to be able to have the community come with you too. So
we just need to have a Westwood meetup every weekend. And and that's where we'll do the live stuff, and that'll be the Dead Mouse will be playing music, and Charlotte G will be backing him up.
When will or do you think, because Uncle Cliff talked about the citadels happening?
Yeah.
Do you think it gets that bad, and do you think that's going to happen? Will we all? I guess people are starting to leave the big cities and stuff.
Right now, I'm doing that.
I don't see the citadels.
It's not necessarily a citadel to where it's castle with a moat around it, that kind of thing, or an island.
No, not like that, but just that people are leaving their physical location to be no, I'm choosing to go live with this group of people because we're like-minded.
Yeah, I think so. I got a guy right here that's done that, sitting on the couch, holding the little dog. And I think that it's just because, I saw it long ago that I looked at it as I know. I don't care though, because I'm like a Sasquatch blood. But I got a t-shirt on in here and he's all bundled up and there's no heat on it. I'm just something else. That's just how I am. But I looked at it as my vision of it was because when you get a vision, you have to interpret it and use discernment. But my vision has always been lily pads. Let's bring the warm weather in. I see lily pads all over the country, all over the world. And, we've got these different frogs that are building the lily pad or controlling the lily pad and keeping a little safe base. That's how I see this as a lily pad.
And then we could do meetups at our little.
Exactly. And so we hop to different lily pads. And, this lily pad might have this, and not necessarily a citadel, this armed fortress kind of thing, because, it's not like that. It's just this, hey, come over to my lily pad. Oh, I'm going to go to your lily pad, and we'll have our little pads that we all have. And I think a lot of us are being called to that. And I think, that's what you're feeling.
Maybe the housing price has to come down first before people can be able to move.
Right. And those people who are prepared, and the Ninja talks about this from the economic, norming standpoint, of, being prepared, get your money, do this, and I look at it as more of a spiritual aspect of, hey, I'm called to crypto. Litecoin has been this lighthouse that calls all of us in this community together. I will use that to build my lily pad, and, everybody's got their own path to the top of the mountain, and that, but I think we're all feeling that calling. I've felt it for a long time, basically since I was born, and I just didn't see the tools, and now I see the tools on the battlefield, and I'm picking them up and using them, and I think we all feel that, and everybody that we meet when we go to the meetups, and all of our community feels that too. It's just, okay, how do we get there? And I think the time will come.
We get there together. Yeah.
Yes, and the time will come, and it will reveal itself when it is time. And so it's patience, it's trusting the plan, it's trusting each other, and knowing that, collectively we'll know and be able to help each other get to that point when we're supposed to get.
Well, and you have to be at a point of discomfort to want to leave.
Yeah, you can't be too
able
entrenched.
to choose the new place. Yeah,
hey,
because
I
if you're
earned the
too
speaker
comfortable,
of the house. I earned it. You
Right.
can't be that mentality. You
Yeah.
have to. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise people will just stay where they are. Unless
Right.
It's painful.
There's got to be enough discomfort to where, you can feel it, or you can anticipate it and get, a wise man sees trouble and gets out of the way. So you can have that discernment and that knowledge and say, you know what, I see it coming. I'm going to get out of the way and do this. And some people have to get smacked in the head. Some people have to get broken down, and then they realize, wow, this system's really screwed me. I'm done. I've hit zero. And what do I do now? The good thing is, the positive thing is, you've got good people who are kind of leading the way and trailblazing. We know a lot of them, and we're going to help lift people up, help people to be free. And that's really what it comes down to, and get the message out so that you can activate yourself, because you've got the power to do it. You don't need a lot of money. You just got to know that there's a problem and turn away from it. Don't feed the vampires, walk away from them, and just go forward. And then things kind of unfold. There is a divine plan. There is something, when you take the right steps,
yes,
it will unfold for you, and things will happen. You just got to make that conscious choice that, what, I'm done. And I'm just going to throw it all to the wind, put my faith in, the universe, put your faith in God, and it will work out. It just does. I've seen it happen too many times. But you've got to make that decision. It's a time of choice. You have to make that choice. Do I feed the existing system? Do I feed the vampires? Do I say, no, I don't care. I'm done. I'm going to save my soul and move on. And when you do that, things work out. Trust me.
Yes. Take personal responsibility, and you will gain your freedom, and you will never give it up again.
Yep. Same message. We're all saying it in different ways, though. It's the same message.
Yep. I'm with you. All right. It's getting dark, and my kiddo's still at home, so I got to go check on him with that full moon. I don't want
go check on the full moon.
Somebody out there trying to suck his blood.
Vampires.
Stay away from the vampires.
That's right.
All right. Love to all of you in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And thanks for being here. Stay strong. We are getting through this, and we're going to have a peaceful, wonderful, prayerful, powerful weekend. And
humanity will win. Humanity will rise, and we will win.
I believe that. Love one another. See you guys next week. Take care.